If I'm honest, sometimes I regret retiring from assassination work. Some of my sniper shots were just legendary. I still remember those shots. But sometimes it was also fun to get in close and knife the man to death and watch the life escape from his eyes. But I digress. Retired life ain't so bad, just a bit slower. Well, anyway, so you wanted 6 bear claws? Welcome, friends, LostScarf here, and it's time for the vlog. A bunch of little announcements and things to talk about. Announcements, podcast will be on hiatus for March for a little bit. Jinx has finals, Jinx also has the flu, which is wrecking her pretty bad. And, developers are not happening right now because everyone's preparing for GDC. But developers I want to get in the future, I'm going to try to get the Hat in Time developers. I'm not going to go for the Cuphead developers. I want to talk to the animators and the composer for Cuphead. But I don't want to go for the main 2 developers. I'll just say get them through the other people. Because I want to talk to everyone else. Like, everyone's heard from the main 2 guys plenty. I want to hear about the other people involved in that thing. Other games, looking like Staxel, Rise of Industry. There's some other developers I want to talk to. But if I can get a hold of Hat in Time, that'd be really good. Because I really like that game. But there's a couple others as well. I'm also going to try to get a hold of, if you saw a Shell in the Pit with Gregory, if you saw that podcast, I'm also going to get the sound designer. One of the sound designers, going to talk to them. They're doing a talk at GDC, so they're preparing for that, so I'm not bothering them yet. But after GDC, I want to talk to them. I should definitely watch their GDC talk for sure before that. But yeah, it'll be on pause for now. Of course, we'll still be talking to everyone else eventually as well, not just developers. It's just I want to get a lot of developers when I can. And right now I'm focused on that. But it's not only that, but of course, since Jinx is sick and everything, and finals, it's a good time to take a break right now, and then we'll get back to it in April. So that'll be great. Besides the vlog, not the vlog, the podcast, we have other things with the channel. So main channel stuff, we're looking at more Phoenix Wright, more Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ is actually going to end on the 18th. That'll be the 25th. Episode Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's going to be it. Getting all the cutscenes is just way too grindy and not a good use of our time, so we're just going to stop at 25. And after Phoenix Wright completes, it'll be Layton, and then we'll see a lot of Layton. After Layton, it will be FF8, which will be an interesting LP. And I'm thinking of doing like special projects. We're going to see the one-shot for Into the Breach, which is a really, really good game from FTL developers. Oh my god. Into the Breach is amazing. Every turn, every move, everything feels like it's a chess match. It feels like everything has weight to it, everything's important. If you make a mistake, you could die horribly, but you can still recover from big mistakes as well. It's just a really good game. It's solid, and there's also going to be a Scarf plays after the one-shot the next day, which is the continuation of the run in the one-shot showing off the game. And it's a hell of a ride. Oh my god. The side channel as well is going to have a successful run of Blitzkrieg team in Into the Breach, so that's going to be there as well if you're into that game. Side channel is also going to get the Terraria viewer games footage. It's also going to get Vermintide 2 stuff from there. Vermintide 2 is it's a really hard game to really make fun to watch, kind of, or listen to, because you need to have banter, and we don't really have that, so it's going to be on the side channel with viewers, but it's going to be an interesting mixed bag how that goes. It's not going to be on the main channel besides the Scar plays we already did. I'm doing a new concept called Rapid Fire, which is multiple games in one video. These are games that are, I think I talked about this a bit last week, where they're good, but they're not great. So not that they're not deserving, but it's just, one-shot's just not for them. Like, I can explain everything very quickly in a small little package, and combining a couple of them to make a 10-minute video out of that. That's really what the rapid fires are. And so the one-shots would be for, like, the highest tier? How do I word this without sounding... Like, the one-shots are going to be the things I really, really want to talk about at length, while the rapid fires are games that I like, and I want to recommend, but I don't need to talk about them at length. Like, I like them, but I don't need to sing the crap out of these games, like I would for Into the Breach, because I really liked Into the Breach. Well, I like these too, but not as much. Yeah, so just a bunch in one go. The idea is, every week, there are literally hundreds of games coming out on Steam, and I look through so many of them, and I see which ones I want to cover, and I'll talk to the developers, and then some will get back to me, and will give me games, and some will not, which is unfortunate. But the ones that do, then we go through those. So, It's like I'm looking at about 600 games a week. It's ridiculous. 600 games a week. I maybe request maybe about 50 to 100 games every week, and then we get like only a dozen of them. It's kind of ridiculous how many games are coming out. And that dozen, only a couple of them are going to be good, even at that point. Because I wasn't, what I saw the screenshots wasn't actually what the games were, or they actually looked really good, but they actually weren't that good. There's different reasons why these games are what they are. And I find myself being a little kind where I'm like, it's alright. It's not amazing, but it's alright. And I still want to cover it, which is why we did ScarfVLOG'D and stuff with them. But that is diluting the quality of what we're recommending in the one-shot format. Because there's some games where I recommend them because they're alright, but they're not amazing. And so we should put a higher quality stamp on one-shots. So that's what this rapid fire is. It's still talking about these games, giving them a chance, but not at the same degree as one-shots are. Like, I need there to be some separation. Because there are some games that we've done one-shots on that really didn't really deserve to be on the one-shot, and they weren't as good quality, and I just did them for the sake of doing them, and that was wrong. So I want to put up the quality of what a one-shot is, but I also want these rapid fires to be a thing as well, because I like the idea here of just doing a bunch in a go. That way you get some idea, and, well, it's up to you whether you get those games or not. It's going to have some rough patches, and I'm going to want feedback on the rapid fire for sure, but the idea is to do like 3 or 4 games a week that I think are worth it, and there you go. That's what those videos would be. Anything else? Special projects like the Hardcore Terraria will come out eventually. And inside, just whatever projects. I don't see any big game in the foreseeable future besides Kirby Star Allies and Vermintide 2. Vermintide 2 is going to be on side channel mostly because it's not an easy thing to really show off. Kirby Star Allies, that comes out next Friday. I'm LPing that just 24/7, just only playing that unless I get, like, eventually tired of it. And that's all going to be on the side channel. And that's going to be a lot of videos on the side channel. Because I love Kirby, as you know. And I gotta cover it. I want to cover it. The problem, of course, is it will not be on the main channel because Nintendo is not nice. So it's not going to be on the main channel. It's unfortunate. Anything else channel related? I think that's it. So we're going to see just a change in how the indies are handled, basically. And we're going to just keep seeing the main stuff. So, for the foreseeable future with the voice LPs, it's going to be Layton 3, Final Fantasy 8. There's going to be Layton 4, which I believe is Apollo Justice. I'm not Layton. Phoenix Wright 4, which is Apollo Justice. Then it's going to be Layton 4. I did not know there were this many games of Layton. Like, holy crap. Layton 4. Then it's going to be Chrono Trigger. It's going to be Chrono Trigger, and it's either going to be SNES or 3DS. I believe 3DS is the best one, everyone says, so we'll probably do the 3DS version of that. Then it'll be Phoenix 5, Layton 5, and I have no clue what comes after that. What game we're going to voice LP. I have no idea what it's going to be. I just know that I just mentioned Chrono Trigger just cause. I'm like, I would be interested in Chrono Trigger. And everyone was like, oh my god, they want to see Chrono Trigger. I'm like, okay, that's coming. That's going to happen at some point. Definitely. I would love to do Mario RPG, but you can't do Mario RPG because it's Nintendo. It's one of my favorite RPGs of all time, but we can't. Just can't. It's, dealing with Nintendo's too risky, which is unfortunate because Nintendo's my favorite company. It's really unfortunate. It sucks. It really does. You can do stream stuff with it, and I can do side channel stuff with it, but the main channel suffers because it can't have Nintendo on it, because I don't want to risk I don't want to risk the main channel getting hurt, basically. And it's not like it's a good risk at all either, because like we know what Nintendo will do. It's not like you're taking a chance on something and then maybe there'll be a payoff, maybe there won't be. No, for Nintendo, there is only bad can happen if you mess with Nintendo. That's it. Which is unfortunate because I love Nintendo so much. Damn it, Nintendo. Speaking of Nintendo, we gotta talk about the Direct. And I'm gonna go down the line because I don't remember everything that the Direct went over. So, going down the line from a list I found that summarized it. Bowser's Inside Story, that's gonna be really cool. A lot of people talking about how they just skipped the second game from those Mario and Luigi games, which is unfortunate. Luigi's Mansion is getting a remake for 3DS. On GameCube, Luigi's Mansion. It was alright, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. But nostalgia is weird with me. I try not to be a sucker for it, but when I get hit with it, I get overwhelmed. It's ridiculous. I'll tell you an example before I do Luigi's Mansion. when I was in high school, I was on like a bus, and some dude knew I was a Nintendo person, and he's like, he had a Game Boy, and he's like, yeah, he got this really old game, and it was Kirby's Dream Land, the first Kirby, and he showed it to me. I'm like, I got overwhelmed nostalgia because I forgot the original, how it opens and everything. The way the first one starts out, it's you see a Kirby walk on, and then tons of Kirby's walk onto the screen, and I completely forgot about this opener, and I got overwhelmed and started crying. He's like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, what the fudge? But so that's always his memory of me from high school. Every time I see him, he just remembers that moment where I just straight up cried. I straight up cried when I saw that because I had not played it myself. I have the game. I still have a Game Boy and that game, but it's somewhere in like some chest somewhere in a garage somewhere, and I got overwhelmed and cried. So Luigi's Mansion, it happened again. When you get to the ghost with the piano and she starts playing, well, the third stage, the one with the fish. I can't remember what the fish are called. That stage's music. She plays that in Luigi's Mansion, and I got overwhelmed and started crying. I just like, what the fuck? I just nostalgia gets me sometimes. It really does. They talk about when Wind Waker was announced long ago. I think it was an E3 or something. When it was announced, there were grown men openly weeping at seeing this, and other people were like, what the hell is that about? Like so many people gave those people crap for crying at seeing Wind Waker because it's a new Zelda and it was a different color scheme and it was overwhelming to them, and they cried. I'm like, those are people who really like something a lot. And at a different age, maybe I'd scoff at it too, but I think I understood because okay, no, I wouldn't do that too, because I've always understood, considering this is high school when I cried at Kirby. So I always understood the connection someone can have to something. And I've always understood you really shouldn't crap on other people's fandoms because they love something. You don't understand, but they love something. And that's a good thing, because this world is horrible a lot. The fact anyone can find something amazing to grab onto and love and just feel so much emotion over is a treasure, is an awesome thing, and that's great. I'm happy for them. Even if it's something I don't really care for, I'm happy for them. That's great. Now, going back down this, so Luigi's Mansion remake, sure, I'd be interested in checking that out. But there's so many games to buy, I might not. Detective Pikachu! I'm really, 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 really interested in Detective Pikachu. I really hope it's good. Of course, now the Switch stuff, Kirby Star Allies, I already mentioned Kirby Star Allies. Okami HD! I have the original right now, right here, in this dresser next to me that you can't see. And I have the PlayStation 2 right there next to the dresser. I could just pop it in and play it right now. I don't need this game, but it'd be cool to see it anyway. This version will have the addition of touchscreen controls for handheld mode for brushstrokes. That's pretty cool. And while docked, you can still do brushstrokes manually with motion control. So that's a cool thing right there. HD remake of Okami. Okami is a game that is, oh my god. It's a Zelda game that's not a Zelda game. It has some pretty crazy and wild moments to it. Around maybe 60% or 70% through the game, it does. You're like, it's still going, and it gets a bit slow, and you're not enjoying it as much, at least for me. And then once you get through like that 10%, it ramps up again and it gets amazing again. There's like this weird moment where you're like, I'm still playing this game. But it's a really solid game with a lot of funny ideas and just good stuff. Project Octopath Traveler, I'm really interested in this one. It reminds me of the old Saga games. Like, I might have to just open up my dresser because I can't remember the name of these Saga games, but they're called Saga. They're all called Saga. And in these games, you have like 6 or 7 characters, maybe even 8, just like Octopath, where they have their own stories and journeys, and they're all in the same world, but they have different starting points and different endpoints, and you can meet the other characters and have them in your party, but they're all going their own journey. So it's like 7 RPGs in one. That's what these Saga games are. Octopath Traveler looks like the same thing, where you have 8 different characters with different special abilities, and they can do things, and they might interact with each other, but they have their own stories. And I've always been not the biggest fan of that, like, because eventually it just gets boring because he's just doing the same system again and again and again. But you have all these different stories. It depends on how good the stories are. This is from the people who did Bravely Default. Bravely Default was amazing. Bravely Second, also amazing. Really, really good storytelling. Enjoyed them very much so. If Octopath Traveler can be that with 8 different characters, oh my god, that could be amazing. It's just interesting the concept of everyone gets a special ability. Like the warrior can challenge everyone, and my understanding is you can kill them and they're just gone from the game. I'm really tempted in just doing a all challenge run where you basically just challenge every character in the game, because why the hell not? That might be a funny thing to do. I don't know. Next up, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I own every single No More Heroes game, which is, not many, but I own them all, and I'm going to own this one too. I've always loved No More Heroes. I bought No More Heroes when it came out. I don't know what made me want to buy it, but I got it. I don't remember the advertising or anything. I'm just like, this game looks cool. I'll get it, and I got it, and I really loved it. And No More Heroes 2 happened, and I really enjoyed that one too. Two very different games, and now 3's coming, and I'm going to get that as well. They're essentially boss fighting games. That's what they are. You're do the lightsaber fighting a boss, and it's pretty fun. And there's other things that go with it, but they're just really fun games. A game that was similar to it was Killer is Dead. That was a game that was very much basically being No More Heroes again, because that's from the same developer. Oh, now I know. Killer 7. I got Killer 7 on sale at GameStop. I played it. It was balls insane. I liked it. And so this was the next game from Suda51, so I bought No More Heroes, just off the bat, just because I really liked Killer 7. And it's been like that since then. I've been a big fan of Suda51 since then. Killer is Dead is kind of like No More Heroes, very similar in a lot of ways, but it's not exactly. It's just a different universe. But yeah, they're crazy games, also very gory, but they're very fun. Dark Souls remake, I'm tempted. I'm very tempted to get Dark Souls. Oh, here's the thing I really want. Praise the Sun. The Solaire amiibo? Even if I don't buy the game, I want the Solaire amiibo because it's Solaire. I want that amiibo. That's what I really want more than anything, is that amiibo, just cuz. Mario Tennis Aces, I love the tennis games. They're one of my favorites. I've played all of them, including the Virtual Boy one. I was trying to remember the name, but I've played the Virtual Boy Mario Tennis. I've played all of them. I love them. I can't wait for it. It comes out in June. All right, I'm gonna get that. Crash Bandicoot Trilogy. I remember playing 1. I beat 2 on New Year's. Don't remember which New Year's, but if I can get a code for it, I'll get that game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I played it a little bit at E3 a long time ago, and it was cute. I'd like to play that. I don't know if we'll get it. Undertale, well, it's Undertale. We've already played Undertale. I don't need to play that again. Apparently, the nice thing is because you have different profiles, that means you can do Undertale a bunch of times without worrying about the genocide run ruining your file, which is good for you. Good for you. South Park Fractured But Whole, Low Nightmares, Hyrule Warriors, definitely interested in that. I know I haven't really completed Fire Emblem Warriors, which I'm a huge fan of, because just games that just happen, but Hyrule Warriors I always wanted to play, so I want to play that one, but Fire Emblem Warriors I should get back to, really fun. They did an ARMS thing. Splatoon 2, that looked really good. It makes me kind of want to get Splatoon 2. I really like that trailer. It made me interested. But then there's the big announcement of Super Smash Bros. Okay, so here's how that went down for me. I was like, okay, they just did the Splatoon 2, and they're showing the Inklings again. And my thoughts were, okay, so why are they showing them again? The only reason why they would show them again is if there's something not Splatoon 2 that would have these guys in it. And what would that be? Maybe they're gonna try to do like a VR with Splatoon 2 or something. I don't know. What could it be? And then the orange Inkling stops. And then it's, the lights behind them and they turn. And I'm thinking, wait, it's Smash, isn't it? Is it Smash? Is it Smash? And then you see, I'm like, holy shit, okay. And the hairs on my body stood up. I could feel my entire body go, whoa, when I saw the icon for Smash Brothers in the Inkling's eye. I'm like, whoo, oh, yeah, it's here. And just holy crap, I'm like, whoa. And then you see really, really scary Mario for some reason, and really, really scary Link, It's like, Smash Brothers. And then 2018 is like, 2018? 2000, oh my god, 2018? So the argument is it a port or is it an actual thing? Because the Switch has only been on for a little bit, and I think the thing is, the groundwork for Smash Brothers is already there. Like, the combat system hasn't really changed a lot since since the second one. Since Melee. I think Melee is where a lot of the groundwork for the later games have been. The models are there, just gotta get updated. The gameplay is there, just gotta get updated. Then they just add whatever they want to add to it. And so, they don't have a lot they have to build from the ground up as far as some of the mechanics go. Now, if they add more mechanics, then there's that. There's also new stages. There's going to be plenty of classic stages. I assume it will be a new game, but because they already have so many assets already possible to put in place, that's why they can do such a turnaround where the Switch has only been out for a year. It is, of course, also possible they've been developing this thing as long as the Switch has been around. That is also a possibility. But who knows? It's also possible they were planning on doing a port, but then they went, actually, people would really like a new one instead, and then they're working on a new one. Or it could still be just a port. With more characters. Having the Wii U one, if they added more characters, I'm not 100% against a port, but I would love a new one. I would love a freaking story mode. Wii U Smash Brothers was good, but it had a lot of things that just felt like afterthoughts, which was unfortunate. The game itself was very fun. A lot of the modes just weren't all that great. The run mode, I didn't really care for. That board game mode, what even ever. I would love to see a new story mode, because I still really like the story mode, Space Emissary. And the favorite one for me has got to be the airship fight. That airship fight is just so much going on there. It's amazing, and Kirby comes in there and just bam, and it's my favorite scene. It's my favorite scene from Space Emissary. And then I think when Rob gets revealed, we're like, holy crap, Rob. Yeah. Now, as far as speculation of characters, I want to believe Shovel Knight. I think Shovel Knight, probably good chance. Okami, I think, is a good chance as well. Crash Bandicoot's been pushed around. I think it's possible. I think Crash Bandicoot's possible. I would really like a... what's the word here? Solaire. Solaire would be amazing in Smash. Why not? Why not Solaire in Smash? If Dark Souls is coming, why not put Solaire in there? Or Doom. Doom Guy would be hilarious. I would find it funny. Or just Skyrim. Or just have them as assist things. Just because they're on Switch, have them as assist trophies would be funny. I don't know what Doom Guy could do, but I would still like to see Doom Guy, the Doom Slayer. With Skyrim, with Fushiro Da would be funny to see. There's just a lot of things it could be. Let's see here. Sans and Papyrus, one of them, maybe. Undertale, though. Undertale's such a dark thing. There's all these possibilities. I believe Bayonetta 2 will come back. Bayonetta will come back. I think Noctis from FF will probably show up. He's in so many things. Like, if you get the Windows Steam version of the game, you can get Noctis in a Gordon Freeman skin. So, the possibility is there to see Noctis in Smash. They got Cloud last time, so why not? I'm really curious what the Fire Emblem offerings are going to be since we've had so many characters. I'd like to see Lyn. Maybe we'll see Chrom. Who knows? The possibilities are there. Who knows what it's really going to be, but I am hyped for that for dang sure. And oh my god, I have gone so long on time here, so quickly going over some topics. I'll have to save another topic for another time. Since we talked about the Direct. I want to talk about this really quick, because it's a thought I had this morning. And I made a tweet of it, and it is this. Gatekeepers are selfish creatures. They exist to keep something amazing smaller and popular because they want that special thing to be rare and just in their niche. They want to be special. Why not be the herald of that something special instead? Spread it wide. So what I mean is, we encounter this. Maybe sometimes we are this, where there's people getting into a fandom or they're interested in a thing. Like, an example is like bands. And a good one is Sungwon Cho's wife. I can't remember what the band was, but she's wearing a band shirt. Maybe it's like Pink Floyd or something, and she's just wearing because she really likes the shirt. And the guy comes up to her and says, name 5 songs. Like, she has to prove she's a fan. And she said she laughed and said no and walked on. That is a great response, and I feel like should be the response. You don't. I think it's important to like something, and it's not great if there's like fake likes or something, or just you want people to really like something as much as you do, but you shouldn't at the same time. You should be happy more other people like what you like. Is what I'm. That's the end point of what I was gonna probably take a walk on, but there are some amazing things out there that are very small. And it's important to sing their praises and to get other people interested in them so they can get bigger and they can be successful and maybe they can do even bigger and better things with whatever it is. It's really unfortunate when there are people who want something to stay small. They don't want to share it. They don't want people to know about it because they want it to be only them and maybe a few others that know about this thing. Because making it rare makes it special. By that, it makes them special. That is my mindset on it, and that's not great because what it does is it hurts the creator. It hurts the developer, the maker. It hurts whoever's making the thing because they're struggling. They're trying to make this amazing thing. They're trying to make this amazing craft, and they're not getting anywhere. And it would help them a lot if people would spread the word of them around. That's for the smaller side of things. When it's the bigger things like, say, Slayer or whatever, where it's a metal thing, and people who aren't really metal people like it, and the metalheads get really annoyed about that. It's like, what's the problem with that? They're worried about it getting diluted because it's more mainstream and more people interested in it. But at the same time, I'd like it if more people appreciated Slayer. I'd like it if more people appreciated Rise Against or whatever band. What Rise Against is pretty popular. Whatever band was small at a time. Like back in the day, this band was only the metal people knew this band, and they're really, really good. It would be awesome if they broke out and more people, just in general, listened to them. Is what I mean, but when I say it like that, it'd be great. I would like it if more people knew about whatever band. There's bands I love that are just they don't break out, and I think part of it is just people not wanting them to get bigger so that because they don't want to be the base to be diluted or something. An example that I'll give is Twitch. I've seen on more than one occasion an amazing streamer, and they only have like 20 people, and there are people who admit that they don't want the stream to get big. They don't want to have like 100 plus people there because then they won't be able to talk. Then their community is going to be changed. They won't have the thing that they have. They won't have it anymore, and that's a valid fear. But you want the streamer you love so much to have a life that they can live, because that if they want to be a full-time streamer or something like that, they need to have a lot of people to be successful so they can keep going. It's the same thing with, this is going to be an interesting walk, the starving artist romanticization. There are amazing artists out there. Freaking amazing. They don't have much of a following, but they're freaking amazing. And people want them to just keep making art and make no money off it, and they'll do accusations of when they try to make money off it or they raise their prices, like, you're just doing art to make money. You're not trying to do it for the sake of art. And it's like, why do you want artists to die making art? Why don't you want artists to be successful and happy making art? I don't understand this. What is with this romanticization, this love of hurting a creator? Underdogs are cool and all, but the underdogs, you don't want them to be underdogs forever, because eventually they're just going to get crushed under it. You want them to be successful. It's just, what the hell? And so it's very unfortunate. This is a mindset that's very big, and artists deserve a lot more than they get. A lot of people deserve a lot more than they get, and sometimes it's the fans that hold them back. That's a weird way to put it, but it's true. Sometimes the fandom can really hurt somebody because they want them to just be for them. It's like Phantom of the Opera, for God's sakes. That's what it is. Everyone, like, there's a bunch of just phantoms on somebody, and of course he also kills to help them go forward. It's not the perfect metaphor, since I'm trying to do this all quick, but at the end of the day, like talking about gatekeepers and keeping things niche, I don't think you should. I think it's important to spread something that's amazing around so more people can be amazed by it, more people can be happy about it, more people can love something that you love so much. That's what I think at the end of the day. And Yeah, so there you go. That right there is the vlog. I went long on this one. Jinx is sick, so she's not going to be happy about this. But there you go. That right there is the vlog. I had fun talking with watching and listening, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.